We are playing Moonlight on Roseville Beach, which is a game about queer people going on a gay vacation. Uh, it's an expensive fare, so folks here will have to bunk up at a local bungalow that is certainly not haunted at all. Perfectly normal. There is no shark people out in the sea. There is uh, no sort of weird magical things going on. Everyone here is from planet Earth, 100%. But like every good sort of TV show, we often have opening credits where we see sort of the daily life or something that characterizes our main cast. And I think we'll go in the order of the Twitch overlay once again to see our cast living their best summer lives currently at Roseville Beach.
That's just me, doesn't it? I already forgot the
Yes.
overlay. Okay. So just my day today, my daily life and since being here. Yeah. So Patsy spends most of her time well, a good bit of her morning is putting on lots of makeup to maybe not look as much like herself. Is one big part of her day. You know, maybe giving some shadows, giving some things. I don't know. I have skills in disguise, so Taylor doesn't. Patsy does. She knows what to do to make her face look different a little bit. But then spends most of her day. She has picked up a little job as a bartender at. I have promptly forgot after looking at Rosie's, which is a little spot kind of out near the ferries, near the water. That's where she really likes to spend most of her time, breathing in that salty sea air, listening to the waves, having people to distract her to do, having her do various things, just really getting out of her head and all of the reasons she came here and the things she was hoping to forget while here.
Samuel probably starts the day off in bed. Takes a long stretch to wake up. Most likely is walking around the bungalow with like this nice like bathrobe, but like not like you picture like, oh, it's just a bathrobe. It's like, well, like think like a nice satin or lace bathrobe just because why not? You can do that. It's the beach. It's comfy. Probably just wakes up for a bit. Eventually, like in terms of work stuff, I work over at the Cedar Point Hotel. I'm the piano player there. I try to be as charming as my boss tells me to be, but also it just gives me an excuse to just naturally be myself, which I enjoy. And every now and then I get to enjoy a nice, wonderful drink that the bartender gets to make. And I just give them, as always, a wonderful little smile, probably a kiss on the cheek as a means of saying thanks. And I'm totally normal, totally.
I am, no sarcasm, completely just a person.
Yeah, I'm totally just, yeah. We'll get into it.
Daisy wakes up bright and early. She usually gets up just a little bit earlier to see the sunrise, and like as like camera comes in and like sees this on her bedside table, there's like this golden armillary sphere, which is basically like a planetary clock that just begins spinning. And you see that there are some different symbols on it where the number ticks down by one more day. As she kind of goes into the kitchen, makes sure all of the different tea canisters are filled up because she learned from last time to make sure that that happens. And then she will make herself a cup of coffee, go out to the front of the bungalow where there's a nice little wooden swing, and just watch another sunrise on this beautiful place. Daisy is a totally normal 100% human.
Again, I am. And I'm going to be very surprised to learn some of these things, man. Do I know about your character? I know about Nate's.
I think you would know some things of the fact that you have to explain very mundane parts of this world to her, and certain things she's able to do don't make quite sense of like how quickly she can get to different places, or how she just kind of knows certain things about history that she probably shouldn't, things like that. Like, she's not going to be able to guess who's going to win the different races, but she's going to know certain oddities that probably haven't.
Love it. Love it.
I'm also going to say, just because I want to add, in the morning, I don't have any coffee. I just have a glass of milk. Like a very large glass of milk.
And that's the most strange thing in Patsy's mind about this house.
Yeah, totally normal.
Yeah, that's totally normal. I think we're gonna pick up probably at I think Rosie's bar, just sort of later in the evening. Just sort of it's a bit of a like a special sort of trivia night type of deal, like of just like getting in on like a bunch of more touristy sort of folks, because like every like other week, like there's like a sort of shift besides like sort of regulars that come here, and then people are coming here just to stay for the weekend or what have you. A technique I like to portray out in games is to sort of paint this scene sort of prompt where I get to ask the table a sort of an open-ended question to help describe the scene. How has Patsy's bar, Rosemary's bar. Oh wait, I'm bad with names. I have so many things. Rosie's bar, that's the name. Rosie's bar. How has it been themed tonight that isn't normally on display?
I think, oh, you know what? Just because I feel like it would be obnoxious. We're talking summertime. I think the trivia night and the festivities kind of happening have called for a Christmas in July kind of vibe. I think it is a lot of like kind of Christmassy decorations have been brought down specifically for kind of like the event, you know. So you've got like a Santa hat like situated on top of like the swordfish on the wall, and like, you know, it's probably not as full out as they maybe would go for a holiday, but enough to get the vibe and the theme, you know. A lot of White Russians are being made tonight.
Patsy, are you on call tonight, or is this one of your few nights off?
Oh, no, I'm definitely on call. And Patsy, I think, is also in theme. She's never going to turn down a good reason to get dressed up. And especially for a fun theme night. And I think it's like some sort of like more like a little more obviously retro, since we're set like in the 70s, but like more conservative version of like the Santa Claus outfits from like Mean Girls, you know. So it's like a little skimpy, but like by 70s standards. Skimpy. For sure. Where did she get it? Probably been making it. Honestly, she's got disguise skill. She's been making it.
Anything else anyone would like to add? Or should I ask more pointed question about how, because just to have like the group together, what brings you by tonight? Are you into the trivia, or are you bringing a date?
I guess, social situations aren't really Daisy's thing. But she was asked to help a team win, so that's why she's here tonight for the trivia night. She'll just kind of sit in the back with like a very tall beverage of bright colors and is going to be sitting there and just watching everybody, and then we'll probably mumble answers as the questions are asked.
I feel like each round that Patsy has made, like delivering drinks to various people, has like added more decorations to Daisy. Like has walked over and put like the little headbands that are the reindeer antlers like on at one point in time, goes off, comes back, and it's like the necklace that has like little Christmas lights bulbs like on it the second time. And it's just each time it's just some sort of new accoutrement added.
I feel like I would be at the bar just with a drink, sipping it, but just staring at the bartender, eyes kind of just flashing a bit, just like trying to get their attention.
Yeah, I think this sort of bartender comes over to you and just asks, what are you having there?
As great as this drink is, I'll have whatever you decide to make for me. I bet it'll be 10 times better.
Ooh. I'll get you the house special.
Ooh. Spicy, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The bartender turns around and I like just come up like right next to her head. Do you like him?
I mean,
I
I'm
can put in a
intrigued.
good word.
I mean, I'm very intrigued if you'd like to put a good word in.
On it. Scurries off, take
I
off.
just give you a wink when you say that. Like, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would know this bartender as Art. He makes a good drink. He knows the entire menu and whatnot. Dark-haired, hazel-eyed. It's unfortunately, he's been described as the only cocktail jockey in town who can actually make a decent drink. Because most of these folks are like, they only picked up bartending within like the past month or so. So it's been interesting to like get any sort of mixed drinks, and frankly, the house special is not great. It was decided by the previous bartender of let's add a sort of a salty, sort of sour type of deal to like a sort of tomato based like sort of drink, and it's just
Tried to make a Bloody Mary, but didn't know what a Bloody Mary tasted like, so it turned into
that's what I was just
something.
thinking.
Yeah,
you've seen a Bloody Mary in a magazine before.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, no. I would, if I'm handed that, I would drink it politely, take a sip, and swallow it down with pride. And just be
You'll
like,
feel a thud
that's
on your bar stool, and I've scooted a trash can, just like I've kicked it.
Yep. It's like, wow, that's
Mhm.
definitely a tall drink of water, like yourself. Take another sip.
I think that just gets a laugh out of Arch, and then we're going to cut away to Daisy. Daisy, you've been getting some points along with this trivia night, answering some of the questions right. It's thankfully it's been rather quiet over here, and people have not been bothering you too much. But I think like, oh yeah, let's take a look at who you know, because because you have people that matter to you, of course. I think Melody took you here just to bring you out, have a little bit of a fun night, because like she knows that you're smart. What sort of a Christmas themed outfit that did Melody bring with her? Like, sort of like, what is she wearing? Like, is it more Santa themed, or is it just like sort of elf? You were muted.
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Yep.
Okay. So I think that she definitely has more of like this like Christmas tree elf theme where she has sewn tinsel on bell bottoms. So it's like kind of like wraps up the leg to almost like have that like Christmas tree like look. So like when the light hits it, it just like sparkles ever so slightly. And I think that there is like different rhinestones. It's like one of those like zip up jumpsuits too.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just got the full just tinsel and sparkles, and it is incredibly stylish. Just like as soon as like the light hits, it's just like there's like little patterns on the walls with
Mhm.
how the different rhinestones and tinsels incorporated. Um, but definitely like this dark green with like gold accent. Uh,
Mhm.
and I think that she's probably made Daisy a similar outfit. So like they're kind of matchy, but not too matchy. Uh, Daisy just likes things that are more comfortable, so definitely took that in mind. But I think Daisy has a like a mini skirt that has like the tinsel accents and a long sleeve shirt that has like the wide bell arm to like kind of coincide.
Yeah, I think sort of I think Melody was just hanging with some friends and whatnot, and it's come back over you, sort of like orbiting, making sure that you stay all right, but still making sure that folks don't get a little bit too chatty or rambunctious because, well, she knows that you get a little bit flustered there. Having fun?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm surprised at the trivia night. It's really busy here. I I didn't expect it at this point in time, but I guess things aren't always recorded correctly at all times. So
Mm-hmm.
this is
Yeah.
really fun, and it's quiet over here, which is nice than the first time we came here. I I feel a lot more comfortable, and the this and she points to the colorful beverage that has like the little umbrella. This is really nice. I like this a lot. We
Mm-hmm.
need to get more of these.
I'll make sure I'll order another one for you. And I think we're going to cut away again this time to sort of a little bit, I guess, gossip between bartenders. Uh, you know that guy over there,
Oh, you talking about Sam?
Sam. Yeah, Sam's seems to be a bit of a interesting guy. Sort of a heard he works at the Sear Point. Yeah.
Yes, very talented, handsome, as you can tell, and such a talker. I mean, we've been roomies for, what feels like ages. I feel like we're best friends already. I already know everything about him. Just intelligent, fun. Honestly, you two have a lot in common in that way. I think maybe conversation could lead to more than conversation. If you're
Yeah.
interested, I could put in a good word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. That sounds pretty nice. Like honestly, he seems a little bit going a little bit for me there, flirting a little. That even after the drink, just to like, because sometimes, you know how some of the guys can be just they act all real tough and whatnot, and just would like just I don't know, get a little bit nasty with a little bit of that sour piss.
It's really good litmus test, if we're going to be honest, on most people's character. I was going to suggest changing it, but that's actually a really good point. But no, I mean, Sam, just layers upon layers, but is at their core just them, you know? Don't pretend to be anyone else. And that's a fresh breath of air around here.
Honestly, like I'm just glad that the trivia night is going over well. Like that this sort of thing was just last minute because like we were supposed to have a drag show, but Sublime never showed up. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Like, just not on the island at all, or just not to
like
the show?
she was on the island. Like she has had other shows, but like didn't show up for this one.
Wild. Well, I mean, have you heard anything? I can make some calls, assuming people are by their phones, and see if we can get some answers, or just to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, like I know, like generally, like she's sort of like been hanging around beachside, but like on that front, but not much else. Like every like besides like what's common knowledge, I think.
Yeah. Well, I can make some calls. I can see what's going on, and if anything, we'll just know she's fine. Maybe reschedule, but also just like knowing what's going on. That's half the fun of working here. We know everyone's business.
Of course, and yeah, it's still I think like higher management and like it gives like a little bit of like yeah they would like to know just because like technically they've already like put a deposit down and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
you didn't know.
That makes sense. Well, I will do some calls, and just to give you like a little bit of an in here, a little step up. What do you think is Sam's actual favorite drink? Not what he's pretending to currently drink.
Only because it got mentioned already. I feel like it's a White Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Like, he does prefer White Russians more than
Really?
the house special. And as we all know, you're the best at mixing them up in this building, probably the island. Probably not much further than that, though. Gives like a little wink. Give him shit.
Yeah, he gets a chuckle and starts to get on the White Russian very quickly. Sam, your drink just seemingly is, but with like a sort of sleight of hand, has been replaced with a White Russian.
Thank you.
I just give like thumbs up from like behind the counter.
Yeah, I was
over
gonna say, I
Arch's
probably look
shoulder.
behind. I see you, and I just give like a very quick wink. It's like, thank you, my favorite. Take a long sip. Perfect.
Love it. Because I was RPing and I didn't write down notes. What was the name of the drag queen that didn't show?
Sublime, SU space BLIME.
Beautiful. And was seen at Water. What was where they hung out?
Sort of beachfront row where like there's a bunch of houses nearby that can be rented out for the summer. Probably similar sort of like district as like where your own bungalow is at.
Cool. Yeah, just looking at the neighborhood. Perfect. Want to make sure. Since we're playing a mystery game, I was like, oh shit, I have to write down these details. They may be clues later. They may be important. Well,
I'll give you the easy sort of clues, but maybe later you might have a little bit more difficulty.
Um, I mean, if like the night is going, everything's
Mhm.
kind of good. Like whenever makes sense narratively and such. Thank you. I'd probably know like when Betty has shows if she has one tonight, or like her off. I would know either to call her like at the what's it called, the attic at night? Yeah, at the attic
Yeah.
or at their actual home.
Mm.
But that might be my next move, just to
Yeah.
whenever we've got the time.
Yeah. I'll keep a pin on that because that will be an interesting thing. I think we'll pass along back to our Daisy Shore. Uh, Daisy, I think with just like the sort of like the with the gossiping of the bartenders and just the general trivia stuff is winding down a little bit. I think you start to like overhear some conversations about like just a new hotspot that's like just on the outskirts of town, more into the woods and whatnot. Just a sort of bathhouse and whatnot. No one's quite sure where it's at, but uh, it's been sort of like been hosting parties as of late.
I will definitely listen in on that and like note down all of the locations, and then I'll kind of scoot out of the booth I was sitting in and bring my drink, and then if there is an open stool next to Sam, I'll go sit next to them and just kind of quietly hop up onto the stool and just say, "You'll never guess what I heard. Apparently, there's this new place in the woods, and it's supposed to be fun. Um, hi, I see you.
Hi. That sounds like fun. We should go look into that.
Yeah, I thought it would be
Yeah.
cool. I don't know. I was eavesdropping. No, I was told that it's not supposed to be eavesdropping. It's supposed to be people watching. I was people watching.
I mean, in a way, they're kind of one and the same.
Okay." She just kind of gets a little notebook out, starts writing it down, and then
Oh no, I'm
puts
the
it
bad
away.
influence.
But she's we should get Patsy and go see.
I try to find where Patsy is in the room. I'm assuming either you're behind the bar or delivering a drink here or
Yeah,
there.
I think I've like gone to a table and I'm like delivering a drink and like shamelessly flirting with whatever woman is sitting at this table that I'm giving the drink, just kind of like leaning over, doting on them, like, you know, so many people come in here, but you are just breathtaking. I don't think I have seen anyone as pretty in real life. I mean, you're like movie star.
Thank you, but I think I've been trying to get that work there recently. Oh yeah, I have to make a die roll.
Yeah. Do they see through? Did they see through my disguise?
No, thankfully. Yeah, I've never seen anyone like you before.
No,
You know,
you'd be surprised.
mhm.
Well, best of luck. You know what? If you ever make your way to New York, you go find Susan at the Sphinx Club. Okay. She usually hangs out there in the back, and she knows all the ins and outs of the showbiz. She's gonna see what you've got
Yeah.
going for you.
Yeah.
Wow. And just look over and see them kind of look at me and like,
Yeah, and I would
"Yes,
give you a
you."
very like coy like, hello, come hither.
I hope to see you around. How long are you here?
I'm going to be here all week, but in case that we just happen to miss each other. And I think like she has like sort of a little bit of a pen, sort of and paper, because like she's just gonna write down her phone number on like a little bit of a napkin and just say, just in case you are wandering about after hours.
You are a girl after my own heart. I'll do like the little like kiss, a bright red lipstick on, obviously. I mean, does like a little kiss on it, kind of shows it, but then we'll like pocket it and walks off like very much swinging the hips as much as she can. And she's like, and then just hops up on the stool next to y'all. What's going on? Y'all look like you're scheming. Are we scheming? What are we scheming?
So I overheard someone talking about a new place that is like a good hangout spot that's supposed to be really fun. It's out in the woods, and I figured that, well, the night is young, as you guys say, and we should go do that stuff.
Oh. I mean, that sounds like fun enough to me. Enjoy
wild
the
and fancy-free.
moon, the stars, booze, the breeze.
The people.
Dark enough people can't see my face very well.
Oh, but that takes away from your beauty, my dear.
I know. Unfortunately, it's iconic. It's a shame, truly. Well, how much longer do I think we need to be here? I'll probably like look over to Ark and be like, cut for shifts? I'd cut, right?
Yeah, you cut. Yeah, like it. Like I think, like at this point, I think it's like probably a replacement, because like you're like an odd hour of like early evening to early night sort of type of shift.
Before we leave, I write the number down to call the phone in the bungalow and just hand it to Arch in a very like not subtle way at all. It's along with like a very generous tip, even though the house special was not a great drink. But I had a very nice tip and just give a very prominent wink, like, find me later. Let's get familiar with one another, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Shaking her head, looking both, but then we'll look at Arch. You know my work schedule though, so use discretion on the hours you call.
Yeah. like it gives you like a little bit of a side eye, like just like where it like gives Sam a little bit of a wink.
Well, I do want to change out of my Santa outfit. That doesn't seem to fit the vibe of party in the woods. So I also need to call Betty. We can do that when we get home.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So what's the sort of plan of action? Because you actually do not have like a definite location for out in the woods besides the woods.
Right. We'll hit it eventually, or a beach, and then turn around and go back the other way. We'll see. The joy of an island. Now, I mean, we can maybe if there's some like between like here and going back to the bungalow to change out of Christmas attire, like ask some of the people that like maybe are a little more local or a little more in kind of like the hangout scene in this bar or in the area, and if we maybe haven't got any answers yet, do some phone calls, make some.
Yeah, okay. This is I get to introduce the dice mechanics of the game. It is a dice pool system. D6s. You're going to need plenty of them. You automatically get one because you are an expert sleuth and are very nosy. You also get a second one because you aren't injured or scared in any way that inhibits what you're doing. Do you have a relevant background? Or
I mean, my whole career and previous career were about schmoozing and entertaining and knowing the no. with
Mhm.
both being a part of a touring company and then a political aide.
Okay.
So at least
That's
I know how to talk the talk, walk the walk, maybe figure out who knows what.
Okay. I'll give you that. Do you have a relevant skill?
I am so charming. People just want me to be at everything, and they give me all the info when I talk to them. That's the best I got. Or I could intimidate it out of them.
Uh, I I will only allow you to pick one of those because like they seem sort of opposite actions.
Yeah, I'd
of
rather charm
engagement.
than intimidate it out of them.
Yeah. Do you have something that coincides with charm?
Like as in another skill
Yes.
or
Yeah, second relevant skill.
I am stubborn. I will not take no for an answer. Tell me where this
Okay.
party is going to be.
All right. I don't think you have a golden opportunity. This is just a regular opportunity. Uh, uh, are you having any help from any allies or NPCs?
We
I don't.
all asking around, or at least
I
You're
had a weird
entertaining.
idea as a form of helping. I could, change into my other self and kind of slink around town and see what I hear,
Uh,
if the GM allows it.
that okay. It doesn't sound like an ally or NPC, but it does sound like a housemate is helping you. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Allies and housemates are different.
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, I will eventually call Wayne, but if we're
Initially-
like talking about like on our walk and like talking to
Mhm.
people, probably not.
okay. Does your housemate have any relevant skills to this?
I'm also charming, but not in in the way I was just thinking. That's
Mhm.
more
Okay.
the more way I was thinking. I'm more I can run really quick.
Mhm. Jeez. Okay. All right. And it's relatively safe right now, so that is a die pool of 7 dice.
Oh, I
Oh,
was
I
off
love
by
that.
2. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna roll all my
I don't think
cyberpunk
this.
dice.
Yeah, I don't think you're at risk of getting injured or scared from this.
Hope
So
not.
this is a pretty easy roll.
Alrighty. And I'm looking for like certain number, right? Not adding things.
You're looking for the highest for goal and clues.
That is the wildest roll I have ever had. With 7 dice, 5 of them are 3s, 1 is a 4, and 1's a 6.
Okay, so
That is so many 3s. Yahtzee, baby.
So what are your two highest dice?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. Wow. Uh, uh, because the highest for your goal is a 6, and highest for finding clues is a 4. You don't have to like make too hard of a decision there.
Ooh.
With choosing where you put your dice.
Yeah.
You achieve your goal, and you learn a little bit more about this information. Yeah. Okay. I think what you learn is that the sort of the place in the woods is called the Heinberg, and it's under new management, and they're renovating things. It's unclear where it appears because like it seems to be sort of set up sort of thing. People aren't sure. Like, it's sort of random when it opens. But it's never in the presence of like bad fashion, so probably you should not show up in your Santa outfit.
Balin.
Um, but it like sort of like the common phrase around is like this is not your grandmother's bathhouse. It is big. It is cavernous. It is never ending.
Love that.
Yeah. But I get to give you a clue. about this because it seems to be a little bit relevant. There's been some rumors that some people have gone to the bathhouse but haven't come back out. Just enjoying their time a little bit too much. Like two of the Fleur sisters, they've went. Plus this guy named Moondust likes to take walks in the woods at dusk. But the most interesting part is that people swear by it. That Sublime went there.
Ooh.
And I think with that, we're gonna take our first break.
First mystery clue. Sounds good, everybody. Stretch your legs, hydrate. Remember to donate if you can. If not, there are links in the chat for more ways to educate yourself and help educate those around you. We love you, appreciate you. We'll be right back in 10 minutes. I almost said the BRB. It's starting soon. I almost said start soon. It's BRB. Here we go. back, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
Kick us off with a hydrate.
Yeah. Where were we? Oh, yes. Heading back to the bungalow. Bungalow. Bungalow.
I like that one.
That's exactly what we call it.
This night is going to be full of me just not pronouncing words correctly, and everyone has to suffer, including me. But the lights are off when you arrive home. It's not quiet, unfortunately speaking. There is rummaging in the house, things clattering to the floor. What do you do?
I thought I put the right tea. I thought I did it this time. I
There's
Did
like
I
a
do
bat
the
by the
one?
door that like Patsy always grabs just in case it's an intruder and not a ghost.
And I put my hand up like, no, it's not an intruder in that sense. It's okay. And I just immediately start brewing a hot cup of water and just put the tea bag in and just like, please, 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 just please.
I still creep through every room.
Yeah, I think the sort of bag of coffee from earlier just sort of spills onto like the counter, and like stuff is being written on it. I'm going to have a quick roll for this. Who would like to take a point?
I mean, I clearly took point on this, so I accept my fate.
Do you have a skill?
I'm charming. I would say charming, but I don't know if that applies to in this situation.
I don't think so, because
Yeah. I would say the only other ones I could think of is maybe theatrics. Just kind of put on a show for this for a second, be a little more over the top. It's like, don't worry, I have your tea. It'll be ready. You'll love it, darling. I just put the cup down.
I don't think that will exactly help either
Yeah.
in like trying to figure out what's upsetting the ghost.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything.
Okay, you will roll one die then.
Can I help give assistance?
Not in this roll.
Okay.
This is a quick roll. It just has 2 dice, so like you're just looking for a 4+, I believe.
Got a 4.
As like you're like trying to like perform, trying to like theatricalize, just to like calm to like the ghost down, you realize that the ghost is spelling out in the coffee the word stolen.
Do you see that, right? On the floor?
What'd they steal? Who stole it?
Yeah, now I'm just
God.
like,
Is it
Batman.
mine? Runs to my room. Opens the door.
I would just stand there and ask out loud, specifics, if possible?
Yeah, and then sort of a wipe with the coffee being flattened across the ground, it starts to spill again. Pictures. And then the word window. Patsy, you go looking where throughout the bungalow? Through your room?
Yeah. She doesn't care too much about everyone else's things. She wants to confirm her room has not been touched.
Yeah, it's but not been touched. You've passed like by the main living area. You notice like some of the seat cushions have been flipped up and whatnot.
Hmm. You've been in the living room, whatever it was.
Okay, I am not going to stay in the bungalow. I want to check around the outside, but not as this.
Mhm.
uh, if that's okay.
I believe this is sort of a display of magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to just take a
I also have questions on that, but I'm going to wait till you're ready. There's some things I didn't ask ahead of time, and I should have.
It's fine. Like it's and there's a couple different things. Like it just has a different table for me.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing that we've been rolling so far.
Hmm.
So you aren't scared of your magic right now, I think.
Not at the moment.
Uh,
I think more than the thing, though, I would bring up is I'm probably more scared at what they wrote for us, saying something's been stolen. So that would also maybe lean in a little bit more to also what the bane I have is, because I wrote down fear. So I'm kind of
okay.
feeling it in the back of my mind.
Okay. Then I won't give you a die for that, for not being scared.
Okay.
So your origin story is familiar.
Mhm.
I believe you have the sorceress skill, or no?
I do not. It was
Okay.
just.
Okay.
Oh god. Yeah, I do not. I just checked.
Do you have a word of power?
Nope.
Okay. Uh, are you willing to take an inconvenient amount of time to work the spell? Or do you want to just have instantaneous transformation?
I leave that to the GM's discretion. Whatever you feel is best.
This is player facing.
Oh, okay. I would say it's probably more instantaneous.
Okay, so let one die. You have at least one friend who has the sorceress skill to help you.
Yep.
Okay, that's two. No. There's no special ritual stuff going on. So this is just 2d6.
Sweet. I got a 1 and a 3.
At least it's not a
Hi,
one.
D6s. Yeah, I know. It's like I yeet those D6, never to see again.
Okay, 1 and the 3. I don't think this is going to injure you. I'm just going to see the scare table because you already mentioned being afraid.
Yeah.
So, anyone assisting you is scared. I'm gonna have a little bit of a complication because I'm not gonna make like a hard magical backlash sort of thing happen. I'll allow you to transform into the cat because that's what you're good at and what you're supposed to be able to do. But at that moment, the lights turned off in the bungalow, and I'm gonna ask you to. How are you feeling about this?
The minute the lights go out, I probably uncharacteristically let out a yelp or a scream. And that's probably when I immediately probably just transform out of fear.
Daisy, how do you feel?
I think that Daisy's a little bit in go mode. And I think that her hands kind of begin to glow fiery hot, and she's not very in control right now. One of her words of power is burn. So I think that is like that protection of self is just like fiery hot hands just in case someone is going to try and attack us. I think that there's like this odd glow that begins to happen around her as her form. She still presents human, but there's some like oddities that are happening that usually happens when she uses magic.
Okay. I will give both of you the frightened condition. It counts as a scared condition.
And then all you hear from me is just.
Did you turn off the lights?
Uh-uh.
She was like halfway through trying to get this really tight top off and was like, what?
It just happened.
And I probably would just go to your room and just, for everyone watching, 'cause it's just fun to describe this. In walks in a adorable Balinese cat with white fur and orange accents and very, very pale blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just brush up against your leg and I'm trembling.
like okay, like that kind of turned off. Like that's normal. I'm used to these sort of things. It's definitely not concerning for me at all.
That bat might come in handy.
Okay. Squeezes the tight shirt back on. Hold up the bat again.
As you're holding up the bat, you hear a clicking noise going, and then a flash from outside the window.
You fuckers. I just rush outside. I rush outside. I've got a shoe in one hand, a bat in the other.
Okay. It's very clear what your goal is. Surprisingly, you're not scared, so that's good.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Anger's
So,
fueling me.
so 2 dice because you're a sleuth. Do you have a relevant background with bat wielding? I don't think so.
I'm probably not with bat wielding, but dealing with paparazzi bullshit. Definitely.
I'm going to be a little bit more mean on this one and say bat wielding.
Yeah,
Do you have a relevant skill for bat wielding?
intimidating, baby.
Yes.
I'm very scary right now.
Second relevant skill.
I feel like I would say for this one, acting. I was tempted to go with more stubborn, which could still work because she's not gonna let down. But I think it is more really putting on that like
trying to
personality.
scare rather than fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not golden opportunity. Do you have backup from your fellow housemates?
I can
don't
hiss
know.
at them.
You just throw the cat.
I'm going to say
and just like
no. Just a little kitty cat. I'm going to say no. A cat is not very intimidating, but
yeah.
but because of like who this is, I'm going to say that's just not a good idea.
What about with the ghost? Can the ghost help me?
The ghost cannot help you because you're outside the bungalow.
Ah, damn. Yeah, valid.
My hands are glowing bright red. I
Okay,
could
that's fair.
kind of like go behind of like just like not totally in frame, but like a big shadow, glowy hands. Like something is going to come out as well behind Patsy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so roll 5 dice.
That's nearly a straight. But I have a 6 and
Okay.
a 4, and then the others are 2s and 1s.
Okay. Because I think this is probably going to be since you're scaring them, I'm going to still say like we're still like you have a goal, but you also like have a scared sort of like consequence.
Okay. Okay.
But so the question is, do you just want to make some progress to your goal, or do you want to not be scared? Like, which is more valuable to you?
I think
Because
currently not being scared. I think, you know, like wanting to keep their cool and keep that head on them is what is important in these moments, you know.
Okay. All right. I think for now, you hear, because it's still pretty dark outside, you're crunching just through like, I think like going out back towards more of the wooded area, like someone is very clearly running away from y'all. But you're no longer afraid, and just sort of, I think, just taking a look around, seeing if like this strange intruder dropped anything behind. You do find on the ground, slowly developing Polaroid.
I swear to God, if you got with my shirt off, I'm going to find this person. I'm going to kill him, shaking it.
Technically speaking, that is one of the Polaroids they got, because that was the last picture that they got. But this is sort of like this. I think you're fairly can easily figure this out. They've got more pictures of your house, obviously. Bungalow. They may know some things.
Assholes never give up. I'm gonna assume that this shoddy craftsmanship was just paparazzi. It wasn't. Looks kind of wild-eyed at the other two.
Oh,
Other
I'm in a
things.
window looking out, and it's just cat eyes.
Gonna wear reasonable shoe wear tonight, I think, because we have to kick some ass. She's angry, kind of tries to like look and see the general, if she can kind of tell the general direction maybe that they kind of ran off to. I'm assuming like this is like nighttime in a small island. Like, are the fairies don't run overnight, do they, or is it that
no.
fun? Good.
No.
They're stuck on this piece of dirt with me. Great.
You done messed up. You're stuck here with me.
You're stuck here with me, and I am charismatic. All of these people love me. I will find answers.
But for now they got away, but not very far, obviously. So what's the plan?
I'm just like fuming. I'm like,
that was a lot. So what are we gonna do?
Well, well, two birds, one stone. What do you say? We call out, call some friends, check in the bar, casually drop that we're going to this party in the woods. They'll hear about it, come following us. We get to, one, have fun, two, kick ass. Also, I don't have to find, but I feel very curious on where Sue
Sublime
is. And that is interesting that they also went to this party. So really, I guess it's three birds, one stone. Maybe. Assuming they're dumb, and they usually are, so he'll probably come.
Got it. We're doing the lure the picture taker to their doom route. Okay. Yep.
Yes. Maybe not their doom, but their camera and all of their films doom.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
She just pulls out the notebook and begins writing down.
And as a Balinese cat, just nod my head, take a big cat stretch, and then jump off the window and go to my room.
Mhm. Hey,
Pants and reasonable footwear, I think, are in order.
I do have a question for you, Sam.
Yeah.
Well, what sort of things are in your bedroom that you value?
Music is a very big thing, so I have definitely have a record player in there, if allowed. But like the
Mhm.
one that I have that doesn't get played all the time, I only ever have it on there. Or actually wrong, it's always on there when I need it, but I don't ever really want to play it unless it's absolutely necessary. And it's whatever the most current David Bowie vinyl is. I have that as a form of calming down, and it always, even as a cat, if I get it set right, it snaps me back to reality and gets me where I need to go. But like the room overall, very like flowy fabric here and there, very much just it's like a beach vibe, so just going with it. And then yeah,
Several things have been torn down, these fabrics and whatnot. Uh, Thankfully, whoever was looking through here did not wreck your records and whatnot because it didn't seem to be all that important to what they were looking for.
the saddest cat meow you've ever heard in your life.
I'm just gonna.
I would run out. I would not touch the record player. I would run outside and just like on Patsy, just doing this, being like, "Please follow me,"
Okay.
and then lead
I
you
like
into
go
my
to pick
room
you
and
up, just like.
And I'm like, no,
Church.
don't pick me up. Like,
She's clearly never like held a cat in her life. She's like, okay.
and I just, and then I become
Yeah, you're
grumpy
like,
cat. I have grumpy cat face. It's like fine, and just like take you to the room and just show you like. Then you see all that.
are they after you, not me? Oh no. What's the picture developed? What was the last picture they got? Was it just me running at him with a bat?
Yeah, it's sort of like your top is like slowly adjusted upwards, and like you coming out the window with like a bat. Just like you're
That's
kind
kind of
honestly,
a nice photo.
it's kind of nice. You kind of look badass, honestly speaking.
Yeah, when all this blows over, this is gonna look really good on my resume. I'm just gonna file that one away. Who's how deep in the shit are you?
Here's
From
where
like
I ask,
meow to like stretch is big.
thank you. So I was gonna say technically I can't talk when I'm in this form. Would big stretch be really bad?
Yeah.
Big stretch.
Okay. Okay. It's probably a very bad thing that we're under the same roof. And that's actually very bad. We did not think this through, you guys. At all. Did
Are we sure we're doing the one kind of doom?
Maybe not.
I
in this
don't want to
case.
like condone murder
Okay.
by
A little-
my hand.
A little murder is okay.
A little murder.
Just a little.
Accident. Got it. Okay.
Just gets out the notebook, starts writing down, puts it
Ooh.
away.
Man. You know, just 2 months ago, you would have told me this is what I was doing. Would not have believed it.
That's why I didn't.
And she's just gonna walk into the room, her bedroom.
Um,
What does that mean?
I'm gonna say in the middle of that, if it's okay, I'm back to being human, and I somehow already have my bathrobe on and a, like different pair of clothes entirely.
yeah, I will allow that. Daisy, It seems as though your drawer was slightly ajar and stuff, and it looked like it was about to be sort of ransacked, like Sam's room was. But I think you folks had interrupted the intruder.
I see.
I guess I'll kind of like note that. I'll check, make sure everything's in its right place, make sure that my my little planetary clock is where it should be, and note that I need a better lock as I kind of change out of the outfit to more practical gear.
Mm-hmm. What sort of outfits does everyone get on?
Fashion show.
Fashion.
I love a fashion
montage.
montage. Fashion. Patsy, I think, is, you know, if we know that this place is supposedly not like, you know, showing up in scrubby enough clothes, you know, she needs to look all right. I don't think that, because like I said, gotta be moving just in case. I think that she is in like stereotypical prime 70s fashion currently. She has like very magically just as quickly done her hair. It's been so fast. I think is like pulled back in one of those like very like poofed up, like half hair up, but then still has the Farrah Fawcett big curls kind of going. So it's like a little more practical, but not so much. Maybe a little headband, something decorative with it. But then has like the like very skin tight pants to the bell bottoms and like some sort of black, maybe even like a black like leather looking vibe with it, within like a like very well fitted button up shirt, one of those that has like the little bow that you tie on that you always see, like sailor-y vibe. And like way too many bracelets and rings for one person to be wearing. And like Keds, like some really shiny white Keds.
I would have on a blue satin shirt that is very form-fitting, and I don't button it all the way up. I keep the first 2 or 3 at the top unbuttoned.
Yeah.
As it's the 70s, show a little chest. Very much wearing necklaces upon necklace, like maybe 2 or 3 around my neck. Definitely have a pierced ear or 2, so earrings very prominently hanging off. 100% bell bottoms. I mean, it's the 70s. You can't not have bell bottoms. And very shiny black shoes that have been polished to a T. And then definitely, much like Patsy's, definitely arms, like wrists, covered in like bracelets, jewels, whatever.
Can we have friendship bracelets? We've made friendship
100%.
bracelets.
But also, I think jokingly, it'd be funny if the satin shirt I had actually belonged to one of you and I just took it from your closet.
We walk out and
like,
I'm wearing
look,
the exact same one in white, and then you have that one. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's where that went.
I mean, fashion should be shared, darling. It looks great on everyone. Doesn't
It does.
matter
It's a
who
better
we are.
color for you. Blue doesn't.
I mean, it is a very good color on me. Let's be honest.
Daisy will come out with these velvet bell bottoms that are like this emerald green with floral embroidery up the sides. And she has on like a like full-on crochet halter top that and she's got like a big like a faux fur jacket over on top of it that is like kind of bulky but cute, and she has her hair up in like the kind of like half up half down but very tall, and she's got hoop earrings on, blue eyeshadow. She's like ready to go very, very quickly. She was not wearing that makeup or hairstyle when she came in, but it was like 5 seconds and it's like done. Just
Oh my god, I was looking up trying to find like inspiration for what I was thinking, and I found the most beautiful picture of Natasha Lyonne in like a very 70s vibe, and it's like these like black like crushed velvet bell bottoms and then just
I know what you're
a
talking about.
vest. That's what I'm wearing. I see you wearing the same shirt. I'm like,
Yes.
I have to change. Come back out in this. Holy cow, she's gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh.
post this in HSC campaign.
Style
I'll
icon.
see it.
I love
Oh
her
my
so
god.
much.
Yeah, you gotta share with the class.
Oh, so
Mm.
good.
Yeah, and I look again at you, Patsy, like, thanks for the shirt. Looks great.
It's cute.
Okay.
Damn.
Great. All right. So HSC campaigns if you want to see.
Mhm.
That was a beautiful outfit. Anyway.
Anyways. All right. So, again, is the plan of action of calling up friends to like get like a sort of sweep squad through the woods, find the party.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Maybe quick check. Our lock's broken. Let's make sure whatever we can lock. I mean, who
Mhm.
knows with these guys? But we'll go because I think we said we did do the bungalow in which we do have a phone line, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go over to the wall phone. And I think first, I I guess if it is a night in which what did I name her? A Betty Banshee would be performing, I'll call the attic. If it is her off night, then I will call Wayne at home.
Okay. Yeah. It's Wayne's night off. He's at home. Probably like it rings once, rings twice, but on the third ring it gets picked up. And it's just like, hello, you reached Wayne.
Wayne, it's your favorite person.
Oh my god. Why are you calling at such an hour? Got some spicy gossip?
So much. Holds back the urge to repeat like 70 things she heard at the bar tonight. She's like, but huh. I have order of operations before I get into little drama things.
Ooh,
Oh. One guy totally broke into my house. Weird.
What?
I know. Took pictures, ransacked some things. Anyway, it's a mess. Don't necessarily know what they're after, if it's me or not, as like Wayne is the one person that knows my whole life story.
Oh yeah, darling. If they broke into your house, they're looking for blackmail material.
That's what I'm thinking. I guess technically I am the blackmail. Oh, anyway. There's other problems in the house that, we're not quite sure what it is. But we hear there's a little soiree happening in the woods tonight. And I'm wondering if you've heard any hot goss on this, because man, have I.
And this is where I would like you to roll, because we got to determine whether or not Wayne knows.
Yes, what does Wayne know?
What does Wayne know?
Tell me all the things.
You probably get a die for Wayne, definitely. This seems like something Wayne would know, so like you get 2 die for Wayne. You're a sleuth. You aren't injured, surprisingly enough.
Love it.
Do you have a relevant background?
I mean, if I'm hot gossing, and kind of talking all of it, political aides, guys, they're just professional gossips, and they know everyone's business and how to help people with it.
Do you have a relevant skill?
I mean, if we're just like chatting, if that's like kind of the aim, like maybe charming, we're just kind of talking through these. I don't know necessarily what skill I would like add to him knowing things. Maybe like talking through what I know, and like Sublime was supposedly there, if maybe that helps ring bells. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have much.
Yeah, I don't think you have much there. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that's 5 dice. What else do you gain? I can't help you currently because you're on the phone. Because only one person can be on a phone at a time, don't you know?
I know. If we had
So-
multiple lines, we could have a party call. We're all been
yeah.
on it.
Roll 5 dice.
I grew up in the 90s. Holy shit. That was a really good roll. That was 3 6s. I love these Edge Runner dice, y'all. And then 2 and 3. So 6.
Yeah, so yeah. The 2 6s are what matters. Listen, I wasn't thinking about going tonight because, well, frankly, it's one of my few nights off, and sometimes these soirees, they take so much out of me.
Honestly, and you need some time for some self-care.
But it's not an invite only party. It's more or less if you know, you know, and then you can go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I need to look at my clues list. Show me the clues. Frankly, darling, the way you get into the woods is you follow the music. It's the house itself. Like people say, oh, it's spooky. Like it changes locations. It's so scary. But frankly, the Roseville Beach, weird enough on the daily occurrence. So we don't have to worry about that sort of like
Sure.
spookiness. It's just more or less, do they look good? Do they kiss good? And anything else is just a little bit weird. But you can ignore it.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's a little bit of the gravy on top, really.
Uh,
Being honest.
This is why we're friends. Exactly. Okay. So follow the music. If you're in the know, you're in the know, and we're in the know now. Love that for us. You
Mhm.
live your self-care life. Like,
Yeah.
do not fret. If you do not want to go, you do not have to go. But I would ask, could you just like talk around to all the different gals, make sure everyone knows that me and my roommates are making an appearance tonight. Maybe we'll do a little song and dance or something, like hype us up. I'm hoping that this little snooper wasn't done snooping and will follow the trail to us.
I'll spread some little bit of hot goss and see if I can get anything in turn.
I appreciate it so very much.
Anytime that you want me to call you back at, or don't bother for tonight because it's going to be a long one.
It's probably going to be a long one. I'll loop you in tomorrow. Brunch?
Yeah, brunch.
Late brunch.
Late brunch mimosas.
Perfect. I'm like, okay, we've started the rumor mill. If there's one person to tell, it's Wayne. He is great at secrets, but great at spreading them too. It's a boy that can do both,
Daisy, Sam, what are you two doing while Patsy is on the phone?
I am kind of gonna go into one of the little closets I have in my room that's full of my ingredients, and I'm just going to make sure that I have a skill called alchemy. So I'm just going to make sure I have fun little defensive items with us as we go, just in case the little snooper tries to come around again.
I'll just have this a quick roll
right.
because you do have an alchemy skill. It'll be just 2d6.
I got 2 4s.
Ooh, that's good enough. I think you can add it to your equipment what sort of thing you were imagining it being? Because I'm not gonna say it's super deadly or anything of that nature, but rather it could create a nasty distraction.
I kind of want it to cause a really big burst of light that could kind of blind somebody. So kind of
yeah.
get the advantage just in case. Just
Yeah.
kind of a little like thing that I can throw to the ground and then poof,
Yeah.
big light.
I would say to call them flash paper bombs.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm. Sam?
I rifle through my records, pull up Blondie's Parallel Lines, put on the A side, and I make sure more than anything, it's not so much prepping for what we're about to do. I make sure the exact cup of tea our wonderful spectral house guest here adores is perfectly placed on the countertop.
Mhm.
And I just have the music playing to keep me calm and not afraid for
Mhm.
now.
Because you're playing your memento, actually, you get to clear a condition.
Nice. Sweet.
And because like that roll was very quick for you, Daisy, do you have any mementos do you want to use or like comforts to
Yeah. I think that I'm just gonna again go over to that little planetary clock and kind of it kind of slowly moves on its own, but like when Daisy gets really close to it, it kind of changes and shifts almost
Mhm.
like a I think where she's from it would almost be like a snow globe of home that she can see that she looks at.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That's so sweet.
And she just kind of just like looks at it for a while, like calm down and just again sees just that clock going and is content with what she's done so far and is excited of what is to come to kind of drown out the fear of whatever's closing in because she does know someone knows and she really hopes that it won't get anyone else into any extra danger. So yeah, she just kind of will like look in on it, just kind of like touch the little planetary thing and just see little visions of home.
Oh, that's so nice. I think with like these scenes ending and with conditions cleared, equipment gained, and ready to head out for a party, a soiree, who knows what. You don't know much going into this place, so that's fun. We're gonna take our second break for the night.
Wonderful. All right, everybody. We will be back in 10 minutes. Reminder, there should be links and such happening in chat. There's one also pinned in the top of chat currently as we are raising money for medical aid for Palestine. If you can help, please help. If not, there have been other resources that have been popping up into your chat that can help you just learn some more and other ways that you can help without it being like a monetary cost. Again, if anyone was going to resubscribe or do any sort of subscriptions, let's hold off during the strike and please instead donate. We will be back in about 10 minutes or so. Hello, everybody. We have returned,
Hello.
and we're ready to kick some ass
Yes.
or die.
You got the squad. The main squad, of course, the three of you, all dressed and ready. You've called out the word of like there is a happening in the woods. You have a general location of follow the music, I think, as we're sort of walking, trudging through the woods. It's honestly not too bad of a hike. Things crack underneath your shoes. But I'm gonna have another paint the scene question. What sort of unexplainable things happen out in these woods that makes you feel like you're just traveling to an entirely different realm?
Do you go?
No, I didn't have anything good. Go
okay.
ahead.
I was going. Okay,
Sorry.
so there's a rumor that as you go through the forest, the deeper in you go, and especially if you go at night, and it has to be at night. It can sometimes, if you have the proper luck, it can be during the day, but it's easier at night because if you have something that you desire or a decision that needs to be made, little like these will-o-wisps, these blobs of light can lead you to either coming up with the decision that you needed to make. They can give you luck, or if you really have done something that the will-o-wisps would not appreciate, they also can harm you. So that's why it's very important to be respectful in the forest, because the forest will fight back.
It's funny, I had something a little similar that can go with that, which is also it's unexplainable and no one fully understands why this happens at certain like nighttime or certain times of like the month or whatnot. But you just will find at night, if you're somehow, let's say it's pitch black in the woods, there's still these weirdly glowing flowers that should not be glowing. Like there's no reason, rhyme, or reason why they are, but they're perfectly placed exactly where they need to be to help guide your way. Either that's a good path or a bad path, no one knows, but they seem to just pop up when you need them most.
Am I supposed to add something too? Because I turned my brain off because I like Joel's ideas.
That's fair.
Maybe we can like add just to stay with the fable shit of it's even more occurrences and such at a full moon. Are we in a full moon?
Sure, let's have it be a full moon.
There you go.
In the house, the bathhouse comes into frame as like the sort of camera is following you guys. This house it looms in front of the large white moon, waiting for you to enter. You hear sort of music going on from inside, drawing you in, sort of this sort of rock and roll music. Just
We do like a lap around, kind of like see what the general area is, see if we see anyone, like anything outside of the house.
yeah, let's have that be your role. Unless you want someone else to take it, because most of your abilities are just
Yeah,
talking to
mine
people.
is social. Do y'all have anything to be a little more
Snoopy.
No, I have music as a skill though, but that's not going to help with this. That'll help inside.
My stuff is either magic, or driving first aid, or just being stubborn and friendly.
Magic will help out in this case.
Okay. All
Magic-
Is
right.
there any like magic around? Look to Daisy.
I do love stubbornness, though.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see.
Like sometimes you're so stubborn you don't give up on something and you stumble into some answers,
Mhm.
even if you didn't know.
You're a sleuth. You aren't injured or scared. I would say that you do have a relevant background because you're from another dimension. I'm not going to explain any further than that. You do have a relevant skill with sorcery. Do you have a second relevant skill?
Would alchemy come into play? Is there any kind of physical manifestations?
And since you did prepare like some alchemy things before, I will give you that.
Okay.
It's not a golden opportunity. There are no allies or NPCs immediately around, so I won't give you that. Are your housemates helping out? You're telling them what to do.
This looks like a tree.
I would help Daisy.
All right.
I would say, yeah, whatever
I
you
will
need,
attempt.
just let me know.
Yeah, but
I'll help however I can.
Yeah, I see Daisy as petite, so it'd be like, see what's up there? Tell me what you see. Like just in the area of like, is there anything up in the trees? Like Blair Witch is like what I think. Like she would be like pointing out, if there's any of these like kind of symbols with twigs, please let me know. And should just don't touch them. Just tell.
Do you have any relevant skills, Sam?
None whatsoever.
Okay. Then we get
Yeah.
6 dice. I'm going to say that on the board that frightened could, like scared could happen. So gold, scared, probably a clue. That's what we're looking for.
All right, I got 2 6s, 2 4s, and 2 3s.
Oh, that is perfect. You would need a 6, 6, and 4. So, yeah, I think looking around, it's pretty obvious. Like this building straight up moves. Like it's like the sort of the there isn't really a foundation per se, which is just frankly very weird. Some more information. Just with like having Sam look around up in the trees and whatnot. You do find some posters and whatnot. Like sort of like almost like a different way that you could have found your way here, like sort of trailing, like giving you signs and whatnot. Besides like the music, they are and because you specifically told him like, hey, if you see these sigils, watch out, don't touch. Several of them, like in sort of like subtle background and sort of a subliminal messaging sort of way, have like faces of demons and like demonic sigils in them.
Oh, yep. This house has feet. The house has feet. And faces in
Yeah,
the papers. It
Like Baba
moves.
Yaga?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it depends on the incantation, but I think that's the
I
easiest way
played
to
her in a
explain.
play once.
Those must be really big shoes.
But I get why people get lost. It moves. So, also, papers, don't touch them. Creepy faces. Don't, no.
Mm-hmm.
Best stay away from that. But, it should be fine. Just careful what you touch, and if anyone tries to get you to agree to, let's say, a deal, best to read the fine print.
Oh, I am very good at that. If y'all do need any sort of help, I can smell bullshit a mile away in contracts.
Oh, good, because I'm not good at that.
I know.
Yeah, I try.
Okay.
But it
shall
looks
we
like a fun party, even if it is a little bit spooky. We should
Okay.
go.
We're just gonna walk into a walking house.
I
You
mean,
guys
the
don't do
music's
that?
good.
I forgot. She gets out her notebook, starts writing that down.
Safety first, but also sometimes it's okay to be reckless and just see what happens.
This is an awful good outfit to waste.
I know it is good. I love the material on that.
Right? I
I
can't
say that and I
stand
touch
touching
the
it,
shirt
but
that I'm
it's
wearing.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Because also me, velvet's gorgeous. If I touch it,
Yes.
I make my way right to the inside. I follow in, hear the music, and I'm all ready about it.
A bogey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just like oh, I have like a bajillion bracelets. I'm just gonna like mark one on the tree, like tie one on the branch of the tree of like the direction we came from.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
On like the proper
get that.
side where it's like when I look at it, I know I went that way.
Mhm.
I'm following.
Okay. Everyone going in?
Mm-hmm.
As the door closes behind you, the camera lingers on that bracelet that you tied to the tree. And then the tree opens up and the bracelet is absorbed inside.
Stupid magic.
Honestly,
Need that one.
this place is fucking weird because, like, between sort of this. At first, you thought, oh, yeah, rock and roll music, but then it's sort of like this sort of style is like something you would see at like a disco with all the bright colors, the flashing lights, the sort of like low ambient fog. You see like some people who are like lounging on some sort of like couches, sort of like in this entrance hall of like just like talking and chatting with each other and just being like sort of very, very friendly.
I don't think I realized it was this kind of party.
Oh, I'm so happy this is this kind of party.
Do we recognize these people as people from town? Like, is it one of those like
Yeah.
we've seen them around and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, smile, nods, smiles, nods.
Mhm.
I'm just like, oh, one of them's named. I feel like I've already used an S name, and now that's all that's in my head. Tammy.
Tammy? Yeah.
Tammy, darling. Have you seen Sublime around here? I feel like
mean-
she'd be there at the party.
You mean, Sublime?
Yeah.
You gotta get her name right.
Did I say it wrong? Sublime?
Yes.
Sublime.
Sublime, not sublime. Sublime is the adjective. You gotta know your difference.
She really needs to put an E in it. It needs to be SUE. But that's an E.
Well,
Go on. Yes.
I don't know. It looks nicer on posters, honestly.
You're right. The font's great.
But we're here to have a little bit of fun.
Yes.
There is this interesting person who's running this whole thing.
Ooh, you know we have to make a good impression.
They call them the art director, and like currently he's on the main stage, probably doing one of those creative differences ritual, or I have no idea what's going on with that, but there's some sort of conflict going on.
Did you want to say
but-
cult? It kind of sounded like
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's really going on, but
Look,
I do know
This
that
wouldn't be the first time I actually found myself in a cult. It's fine.
Well, do cults have goodie bags? Because we get
Usually, yes. At first. That's how they get you. And then they want you to give them things. And whew,
Yeah, and Tammy,
sometimes.
yeah, and Tammy's just going through like her purse and like it's taking out like a little baggie of like this sort of dark powdered stuff. As I said, little goodie bags,
Fun times, huh?
fun times. You should try it.
I definitely will, Tammy. So that direction's main stage.
Sometimes this goes to the bathhouse. Who knows where it actually goes?
Both sound fun. Both
But
sound
if
fun.
you do some good times, then you'll get where you need to go eventually.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I look back at them like, I have no idea what she's saying. And then I just smile. Look back.
Yeah. Tammy's like off her
Wonderful.
shit very clearly.
Yep. Wonderful. Well, we will go find this art director. We will get on this level because this level looks very fun. Definitely not the start of a cult. Sublime. Also in here somewhere still.
Somewhere.
All right. The goodie bag. It'll lead us there, right?
Yeah, the goodie bag will lead you here.
Well, we'll go pick us up one. Turns around like wide-eyed. The other two. I've never even seen Tammy drink liquor.
Huh.
She orders virgin Shirley Temples. Like, she understands Shirley Temples already no liquor, right? Like, you don't need to clarify that it's a virgin Shirley Temple.
Those are one of my favorites.
They're good. Like,
Daisy,
no,
she
very
usually
good.
pulls the notebook out and writes something down and then puts it away.
And I see that. I probably put my hands in my head like, oh no, all the bad info is going to happen tonight. Oh. I try to look for this art director.
let's avoid
And
the goodie
fingers are
bags.
crossed that they are someone so
Consuming.
dreamy.
Let's avoid consuming the goodie bags for like halfway through the night at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you this for free because you're looking for the host effectively. There. Oh my god. Because I didn't look this up beforehand. But I'll give it to y'all about what it looks like. There is a disagreement happening between a very decently large group of people wearing like sort of like effectively cult sort of like robes and whatnot.
I just look at the other two. I told you.
uh, uh, there is sort of like some people that look like they're dressed like sort of like in suits and whatnot, like sort of keeping the peace effectively, making sure nothing gets way too violent or anything, but they look like sort of management or something. And it's effectively reenacting the scene from Xanadu, where the big band and the rock band mesh. I have no idea what that looks like, so could y'all describe what it looks like?
Oh, it's been a while, but I'm
Lead
so
it.
happy.
Lead it. What's our vibe?
I need to look this up because it's been a while.
I feel like maybe our it's like that mix of like obviously the instruments, but if like there's already an entire theming going on with our cult, maybe they're all like dressed in like suits and tails like it would be big band, but then just like absolutely fucking shredding.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Like just nice, perfectly tailored suits. like form-fitting. Nothing looks out of place. And as you said, just ripping it perfectly on their instruments. Because you gotta love a good tailored suit. I mean, yes.
Truly.
Yeah, I'm just in that case, I'm just staring enamored, like, oh yes. I love a good stitch.
This is already not what I expected, but also exactly what I expected. I did expect cold behavior.
Didn't expect suits, but
Right?
pleasantly surprised.
Usually not suits.
Yeah. I think sort of the very pleased looking person who's like thrilled at like all this going on is wearing like this sort of purplish suit with like tailcoats and whatnot. Sort of like an odd style of like haircut. Imagine like sort of like 80s hair bands type of deal. And has like sort of sharpened canines and is just grinning and laughing at what's going on.
Hard eyes. Immediately just looks at Patsy like, want to go make friends? I want to go make friends.
I think this is definitely more you make the friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna
there.
go make friends.
And I will
I immediately
schmooze.
Yeah, and I immediately just strut off.
I just like link arms with Daisy. Let's go. Follow along.
Yeah, Daisy will be like, wait, what? Just pulled. As she was like focusing in on like what is going on between these mishmash of like bands and what, and pulled in.
Oh, new people. That's fun. So, what are you up to here? What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm up to
darling?
whatever you're up to.
I mean, I'm up to a bunch of things, but here for
Do
dancing.
tell. What kind
Here
of
for-
thing?
Dancing, cruising, you name it, I've got it, darling. Just gotta stay here.
I just
you
lean
like
over
fruit?
to Daisy. There's always a you just have to or a but with these kind of people, and I think we found it.
Got it. Okay.
Why don't you show me what you're cruising, and I'll help you along the way.
Yeah. He's gonna get real close up to you.
Oh, I love that.
Does it scare you that I have lowered teeth because they get sharper in the back?
No, doesn't frighten me in the slightest.
Do you want me to bite you?
Ooh, it's getting hot. I
I
don't know.
need Hina's fan. They have the
I know.
best
I wish I had a
fan.
fan.
need
Wait,
it.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I don't
Yeah, I'm getting
own
paper.
one.
Okay. You can bite. I would love to experience that at least once in my life. So hell yes. Just not too hard.
Just hard enough that you'll feel it tomorrow.
Oh, I'm all for that. Please.
Darling. It's just horror. It's like, oh my god, my friend's gonna turn into a vampire.
Shall we
Yeah.
have a private room? Should we go somewhere more private, or do you mind being more in public?
There's nowhere private here. And yeah. Anyways, this is the art director, y'all, and is going to bite you. This is going to be a roll because this is a demon. Congratulations.
You're getting got by I guess incubus. They like gender succubus and incubus, right? And,
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. Of course. So what would I be rolling? Or
Well, let's take a look
Yeah,
at
let's go through it.
what the dice roll, because I keep on forgetting, even though we've looked at this several times tonight. You are a sleuth. You automatically get 1 die. Surprisingly, you're not injured or scared in a way that inhibits what you're doing. You're kind of into it, honestly speaking. You have at least 1 relevant background.
I feel like
Familiar?
if you're up for it, I feel like I'm kind of being more theatrical than I would normally be in this situation, because I feel like if we came in here and the vibe of this place is very over the top, I'm gonna lean into being over the top as well.
Okay.
Match that energy.
Second relevant skill?
Music would be the other one.
Okay.
Moonlight on Roseville Beach playlist looped, and it's Cult of Dionysus again, and then like it's perfect timing.
And right now I have Saturday Night Fever play.
Yeah. Yeah, weirdly enough, this is a golden opportunity. I will give you that.
Okay. And then I would say I'm also being charming, if that works.
And no one's helping you out currently.
Oh no. I feel like you
No,
two would
I'm
be
trying to do
horrified
the
at this.
opposite. If
Yeah.
anything, like I'm fighting the urge to yank them away.
And yeah, technically, because of how dire this is on a technical level, I'll give you you are protecting housemate, ally, or trouble or comfort from dire consequences.
Okay.
So this is 7 dice. You have a goal, and injured and scared are both on the table.
Well, I came for a short. No, I'm kidding.
For a good time, not a long time. Ayy.
Oh, I came for a good time and a good time.
Who really puts a timeline on joy, you know?
3 3s. I got a 4, 2 4s, a 5, and a 6.
Okay.
4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, that. Do you want to find a clue, or are you good with getting out of this unscathed?
You know what? As much as in my head right now, I'm like, Blair's gonna clip this, so damn it. As much as I love the idea and experience of getting bit on the neck, I want to get out of this relatively unscathed. So as much as a clue is tempting, I don't really want to be bit, because now I'm freaked out.
Commit to the bit.
No, because I would probably look at the both of you and see how horrified you are, and now I'm like, no, okay, this is actually a bad idea, so nope, back off.
I think
We're just holding or like pointing at one of the posters of the demon
Yep.
faces, like
Yep, and then I'm like, oh, I made a very big mistake.
Yeah, I think as sort of you are readying for the bites to chomp down, like sort of like a normal human's teeth sort of framework, you feel instead like the soft pinpricks of very fine, almost needle-like teeth. And then it turns into sort of human-esque, more molars, and it bites down very tenderly, and you hear laughter against skin. You are dreadfully new and aren't ready for me yet. But go further in. Have more fun. See the bathhouse. Maybe interact with some more normal folk.
1,
offended,
but
turned
2,
on,
bathhouse?
don't know how to function.
Yeah, I'm just like, 1, wounded. 2, bathhouse. Yes, where? Directions? Up, down, left, right.
You'll get there because I want you to get there.
I've lost my fan.
I just write on Daisy's notebook, like just take the pencil out of her hand. She's like, uh-oh. We are fucked. He controls the layout.
Mhm.
Will do. Look
Mhm.
forward to seeing you hopefully soon.
See you on the other side, darling. And with that, in a puff of sort of black sulfurous smoke, the art director disappears.
I did
turn around
say
and look at-
scary face things. I set that up.
I know. I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, I get it. It's very
No.
tempting. It's,
That was very tempting.
I mean, it was at least gentle.
I don't even like men, and that was tempting.
Oh,
So do
is it weird? That
demons
felt great.
that like crosses boundaries or bounds? So I think we're good. Anyway, let's not do that.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking, but also that was kind of hot and I liked it. But also, I won't do that again. I promise.
Yeah, maybe just like explore that with people that don't have razor sharp teeth.
But I'm not, that's the thing. I just opened my mouth. It's like, yeah, but I'm used to the sharp teeth, just not like this.
That's true.
It's true, but also fair point. I'm still fanning.
It's fine, right? Mhm. I think you do get your group gets a little bit more attention from the rest of management, who are just there's like this surprisingly older gentleman who is just he's like a little bit confused as like and who might you thought be you don't appear to be been here before, and coming into this section of the house is quite unusual.
Oh, we are new. We were a little late to the know, but now we're in the know. So figured we'd figure out what we need to know. This is a wonderful place. I haven't seen debauchery like this since I was in the city.
Yes, it's very interesting as to what the art director has done.
Creative differences. Oh, that was mentioned earlier. Anyway, creative differences
Mm-hmm.
between you and him, I assume.
Yes, it's a new management. We are part of the old management. And it's rather an interesting sort of disco fever party that's been going on here as of late.
Well, it's what all the kids are into, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm not against a more mature affair. What were things like previously?
Quieter, more traditional bathhouse, less inconsistent. You would get lost in the old house, but now you can get lost here. And I'm dreadfully, terribly, awfully sorry, but I believe you may have ran out of time.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, according to my watch, and like though this is like a bit of an unusual watch because like it's sort of a dual sort of colored of like the black of night and the light of day, and the dawning of day is very clearly like being revealed as the sort of the seconds go by. You won't be able to go home now.
Excuse me?
Well, the house is not available during the day.
Oh,
And
so we just
now-
leave tomorrow night. We just get a fun full day vacation.
We just had to survive the day.
Yes, and hopefully not dance yourselves to death.
Oh, it's one of those.
Wait, is that an actual thing? You can die dancing?
Yeah.
I thought that was a joke.
No.
Oh, great.
Usually, I would assume you'd collapse before death, but if that's not an option, well, maybe we'll partake in the more traditional baths then. Use it as a day of relaxation and then dance the night away before heading out.
I mean, a spa day.
A spa day.
Sounds wonderful.
Where everything's trying to kill us.
I'm so sorry. I don't know. I did not get your name if you had one to give.
Based on what has happened here so far, names are not a good thing to give freely.
Makes sense.
You might just refer to as the higher-ups, the management.
Wonderful.
But the art director is always the art director.
Which makes it easy. Then I guess if I need you, I'll just scream higher management into the air and you'll come running.
We'll see what we could do. After all, we still all work for the art director.
And what a director he seems to be.
Yeah.
Could you point us in the direction of these baths?
If you go down that hallway, you may get to there eventually. Do take care to not get distracted.
Oh, that's not going to work out, is it?
Yeah, both of our faces just like.
Okay. Okay, this is what they prepared us for. Training activate. Okay, let's go.
Training.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Yes, wait, maybe? Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Middle Management, higher management.
At this
Bye.
point, you probably see me going like, calm, stay calm, stay calm. It's fine. I'm completely fine.
Get out of earshot of this guy. Just like blinders on, trying to follow Daisy wherever. You're supposed to be like, hasn't it only felt like we were here like 10 minutes, right?
Time dilation.
Time dilation. That's like a real thing. That's not like a movie thing. That was like I don't know. The only time traveling thing I've seen is Doctor Who, and they seem to take a lot of liberties that don't make a ton of sense.
I mean, I sat through 2001, but God, I couldn't understand a thing about that movie.
Speaking of strange,
it was long.
Speaking of strange movies and whatnot, the hallways, going further in, more and more paths open, twisting and turning. I'll paint the scene question. What sorts of scenes do you see that scare you the most about this place? And why do you know that it's intentionally trying to scare you?
Because for me, that's bad. I'm going to probably turn it to a cat.
I think like for at least Patsy, she's just a chick, didn't even know supernaturally things were real until coming here and was like, oh, and has really tried to rationalize that the best she can in the last like month or so, how long we've been here. And she's really just doing her best she can. So all of it is already a little scary. Demon things, cults. She's been there. She's done that. It's not fun. It's very hard to get out of, and she's not looking forward to have to do it again. But I think the one thing that would like really like rock her a little more to her core, as much as she is in hiding, and as much as she kind of wishes people would forget a lot of things that have happened, she doesn't really, it's more like she doesn't regret what she's done and what has happened in her life. It's more the like shitty outcome and now this like tarnish on her. I think they're like very like precisely like random or like seemingly randomly placed, but like exactly in her line of view at different points, like pictures of like moments she remembers. Like, and you know, maybe there's one of like her when she was, you know, still doing big stage acting and you know, holding a bouquet, like got the lead show, but like her face is like blurred and scratched out. Then like maybe another one of her like kind of standing in the background with up in front is what was our shitty politician guy's name? Cecil Hartman, we'll say like, you know, probably a state congressman, someone like up high, but not like, you know, presidential, and like his wife. And then her, again, like Patsy's face and everything. So it's just like this, like, you don't exist, you don't matter, like that kind of thing. Like, really is like, one, how do you know this shit? And two, ow, rude.
Do you want to go? Or
I'm still thinking of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then also
Daisy.
totally from Scooby-Doo if we're walking through the same hallway a bunch of times.
Mhm.
That's maddening.
Just Benny Hill music.
I think in like some of the paintings, even in the wallpaper, again, it's that planetary clock, and it just shows the time ticking faster and faster, just running out of time. That is her biggest fear, is not accomplishing what she needs to do in the amount of time she's given. And there is, you can tell, like, as she like looks at the wallpaper, it almost looks to be like this checklist of like things that she wasn't able to do, of all these things. It's just like a list on the wall of all the things that she wanted to do while she was here. All the boxes empty.
For me, because color theory clicked into my head immediately, and also because I'm a 70s horror guy and I can't help Italian horror just kicked in my head. Very saturated colors in different rooms, but the type of like saturation where it's very upsetting and unnerving. So like you see like every now and then just this bright coloring of red in a room that just completely encapsulates all color and light in the room. And it's upsetting because it's just, you can't fully tell what the visual you're looking at, and you can't tell if it's good or bad. Your brain automatically just goes, nope, panic button, and you have to try to find a way to just calm down. So for me especially, I'm having this moment of looking in the rooms and just all these way too over the top saturated vibrant colors. Maybe there's a bit of eerie music coming out of these rooms. Maybe in one of these rooms, I see, kind of go off what Patsy did, which was like, I see a moment or two from my own life that it's just, I don't want to see things from before I was living here because it's just upsetting to think about. And I'm doing everything in my power right now to not be afraid, because the last thing I want to do is change because I'm worried that could cause problems.
And that, with that awful sort of tentative control over your form, trying to not let it slip away from you, that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Ooh, boy, y'all.
So good.
We're gonna die. Look,
I mean, I almost got bit by a demon. I mean, I call that a win.
look, is this third time is a charm, as in this is the third time Patsy's gonna escape a cult, or third time is the charm in which the cult finally gets Patsy?
Mm. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll find out. But real quick, let's have everybody go around. Tell me who you are, what you got going on, all of that fun stuff. While I find us somebody's raid and such. So we'll start with you, Chaotic. We'll go opposite order. Tell us about
Okay.
yourself.
I'm Chaotic. My pronouns are he, they, and I can be found on the internet under Chaotic Blade or Blade 5 Chaotic or any combination thereof. I'm on Discord. That's the best place to find me. And yeah, I will note this is my first time running the system. So I am very happy where this has gone, and I'm looking forward to wrapping up this mystery next time. Because the main question is, how are you and everyone else going to get out of this demonic hellhole?
We'll find out. I'm sure. Let's then go to Mary.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on the Hell site at Nerd on Wheels 15 or everywhere else at the Nerd on Wheels. Coming up for me, you can see me every other Monday over on Lost Caravan RPG for Lancer Hell's Gate. It is our second season following the Dustgrave system of Lancer, the little words are hard. Module.
Venture.
Thank you. Super fun. I play a murder marshmallow. Go check that out. Taylor's in it. It's a lot of fun. Then Tuesdays, you can catch me over on 2000 Tales Roleplay for Struggle Bus, a talk show where a bunch of TTRPG nerds take a break from daily life stresses and get to talk about fun stuff. I think coming up, we are going to be doing a villain talk and at the end, a Disney villain ranking. So, and then every other Wednesday, you can catch me on Enchanting Sorcery Productions for Fandelver and Below, Helios Harriers.
Heck yes, and go to Nate.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nate, he, him. I played Samuel, he, they. You can find me online on my website, natebushman.com. I got links to socials there. It's just easier at this point, and I don't want to mention the hell site. I feel like I want to, but it's like, nah, they don't need anything. In terms of stuff that's upcoming, I was on here yesterday with Taylor playing Die, which is always a fascinating time, and that was an interesting session last night that did not go like I thought it was going to, and that's why it was great. Next session for that is March 2nd. March 3rd, we'll be back with this wonderful group. I'm excited to see what happens next, even though I'm now terrified. And then I didn't get to talk about this last night because I didn't want to, but now I'm going to because I won't be on stream again for a bit. On March 4th, I will be running a game of Flabbergasted on this very channel, and I'm so excited because it's going to be a lot of British comedy hijinks, and I love nothing more than British comedy, and it's going to be a hilariously good time. I'm looking forward to it, and thank you for having me. You're all wonderful.
No, you. Hi, and then I am Taylor, she, her, at Potato on Blue Sky. I have underscores at others. I don't know. It's wild. I've been your Patsy, also she, her. She's not, well, she is a Patsy, but not currently. She's the Patsy. But she may be a Patsy in other senses. What do I also have going on? Obviously, we said Mondays. Every other Mondays, you can find me at Lost Caravan playing Lancer's Hell's Gate. No longer Dustgrave, and I remembered it's Hell's Gate now. Thank you, Mary, because I always say something different. Also, every other Saturday, you can find me over on Lost Caravan playing Fabula Ultima, which our campaign is called Fatal Ascension. I think that's all I have going on Lost Caravan currently. Then, like Nate said, obviously we have Die here, as well as every other Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yes, you can find me. I would keep switching Tuesday and Wednesdays. You can find me every other Tuesday. Also here playing Werewolf 5e. I think we only have like one more episode left. So if you need to catch up, there's some VODs down there. It's a wild ride. Do check the content warnings. though for that. On Fridays, you can find me over on Entropy Emporium, a brand new channel ran by a wonderful JT, where I run a Thirsty Sword Lesbians campaign called Lust and Dust. It's Mad Max, but Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and a little bit of Borderlands, and a little bit of Jack and Daxter. It's a very good time. And yeah, we're about halfway through that. We just had our mid-season break, so we'll have just a few more episodes of that. So catch it. And the Bloom and Blight, wherever you find your podcast. It's a Girl by Moonlight podcast. I'm the GM for it. It is very fun. Other things here that we have not mentioned, Championship Wrestling Memphis. I believe we are working on rescheduling that. It will not be happening this week, but keep an eye on our socials and our Discord for confirmation on that. As well as Friday, we will have Divination. It'll be ran by the creators of it. It is currently on Kickstarter. It's a very cool TTRPG using tarot cards. Very excited for that. That will be a 2-part where the first half is a session 0, kind of building your characters, and then the second half is actually playing. So keep an eye on that as well in case there's any sort of scheduling changes. And then next Wednesday will be our second off the shelf, where everyone will be coming in to talk about things that they have experienced or know because of jobs. So should be some good info in fields that we may not know ourselves because of our job experience. And then, yeah, so much in March. This will be back on the 3rd, like Nate said, as well as quite a few things coming up in March with Flabbergasted coming. Beacons will be coming back for our season 2, as well as I believe we might have a Mass Effect mini series, as well as we're going to have a new game ran by Mike. Our Thursday games are back, baby, of The Last Caravan. So keep an eye out for that. I am pitching to name our series The Lost Caravan. So it could be HSC presents The Lost Caravan, The Last Caravan, and really confuse everybody. I don't think it has won anyone over yet, but I'm trying. Reminder, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are raising money for medical aid for Palestine. So if you do have the means to help, you would greatly appreciate it, especially if you're going to renew that sub for us this month or anything like that. Send that donation over to them. Any dollar amount can help. But if you're not in the position to donate currently, that is fine. We have had tons of wonderful links and things going in chat of other ways that you can educate yourself or help that may not necessarily mean giving money, because we understand most economy shit is rough. But they desperately need our help and as much help as we can. So thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you, Chaotic, for running this. If you hadn't have outed yourself, none of us would have known this was your first time running this game. It was a blast. It was flirty. It was terrifying. Let's do it again in 2 weeks. We're going to raid over to Saves versus Death. I believe tonight is some cyberpunk. I think that's Indie Bandits. I don't want to be wrong, but we'll see. And show them all the love that you have shown us tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Appreciate it. And we will see you next time.
Bye.